Hi everyone, and we are live. Welcome to the Omakase Show webinar series. My name is Olena or Lola. I am a curator and host of this show. For those of you who are not familiar with the Omakase Show, it's a show where we showcase digital artists, some creators, and everyone basically building in the space. We have weekly webinars, and you are basically watching one of them. But we also have weekly Twitter spaces, and we are launching our podcast series. So today I have an amazing guest here with me. It's a little bit unusual because before we had visual artists, and now we have dancer, choreographer, and artist, and also a person who found a beautiful way to combine dance with technology. And so this is going to be a lot of fun. We will also have like 20 minutes, last 20 minutes of this webinar devoted to a small workshop. Hi Irina, thank you so much for joining. I'm honestly I'm super excited to have you here. Can you just tell us a little bit about yourself? And I will be just showing a few pictures and then also showing your projects.
Hello, Olena. Hello, everyone. Nice to be here, and thank you so much for invitation. As I see, Omakase is a very beautiful and strong community of bold people, and I'm also happy to share my vision and inspire people because my main approach as an artist to inspire. My name is Irina. My artistic name Irina Angles. Angles because I connect my dancing with geometry. So geometry is a like huge part of my research in my movement. I'm Ukrainian multidisciplinary artist and choreographer. I have two directions. First, I work with just choreography, just dancing, movement, research, do performances, videos, like everything. And second direction, I connect dancing with digital art. And that's mostly what I do in Web3. And that's how I connect with all amazing people in Web3. And yeah, this is like basic information, I think.
Thank you so much. I will be pulling up a few just pictures. So you have this intersection with our architect, right? Where you're trying to show the shapes that like surround you. But also, I will be just presenting my screen. You also found a super clever way to combine your dance with NFTs, AI in your collections. And so basically, we're looking at Inner Palette collection. Can you tell us on how this is actually works, how you created this, and how you added this technology to your dance, basically?
Okay, I will tell a little bit more about myself. And I've been dancing more than 15 years. And in 2016, I started to collaborate with different digital artists with different mediums. So I just really was fascinated by the idea of technology. So when I saw some installation or some just something visual, I was like, wow, or even just design or 2D or illustration, I'm still like, wow. So I was like, wow, this is something that I have in my imagination, but I cannot reproduce with my body because my body is so physical and it's kind of limited in some points. And digital art doesn't have any limits, like only limits about technique maybe and computer power. So, and I was so fascinated and start to make my first steps towards this connection. And I took different laboratories, like mixed media laboratories, where I connected with artists like who work with touch designer, or I did project with AR, with VR, and like step by step, I started to be to understood to understand better the this intersection between the physicality and digital world. And 2021, I found this beautiful world of NFT. My friend literally put me in, and I found that I can create artworks. I can collaborate, and NFT technology that provide me this opportunity to have different collaborators, different parts of the artwork under one copyright, let's say. And I think from 2021, like my steps became bigger and deeper. And that's how I started to collaborate really like back to back with different digital artists like AI artists, CGI artists, and we started to create artworks and sell them. So NFT was one of my, um, let's say, like joining NFT community was one of my biggest inspiration and steps in my dance digital approach. So usually I don't create by myself. I'm not digital artist, but I collaborate with different partners, and in collaboration is the key for me. So that's briefly how I started and how I continue what I'm doing.
It's beautiful, like not to underestimate like other artists that I have seen, because I met a lot of people. I saw the combination of canvases and technology, sculptures and technology, but never have I ever like saw this intersection of contemporary dance, shape dancing in a way with technology, and it looks amazing. I'm also showing another your collection. Which is up on um, which is called Almost Human, right? So it's a collaboration. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, so this is my biggest collection still. It's not about quantity, about quality as well, but this collection was launched last year with fellowship, and it was post perspective photography second edition. And I'm so proud of this collection because we mix dancing with technology in very innovative way with my partner, Dr. Formalist, and we use dancing, we use CGI, and on the top we put AI. And it was there were 25 pieces, artworks, and we were sold out. And you can see like how we work on the abstract form using my movements. So, for example, you can see fingers. It's not like I dance with my fingers, but it's me dancing like normally, full body, but we put it in this fingers form, let's say. So you can see that digital art can really shift the perception of movement of our body perception. And that's why I love this connection of being anything. Anything can, what can I imagine in my brain, I can um, insert in input or recreate in digital form. So yeah, this collection with AI art.
Yeah, it just I was like frozen for a second because I was like so into this. I was like looking at every piece of this collection. It's beautiful. And so, can you tell us about some challenges you faced when like creating this intersection between dance and technology?
Um, Challenges, maybe it's still challenging for me. So the same challenge for all the years, because it's still kind of innovative. It's still not so usual thing. It's not something that people like say, "Oh yeah, I know." Usually, yeah, usually people haven't seen anything like this, and it's still quite rare. So I think difficulty to mm, to represent my approach properly and to give the right, really like understanding of the layers and of the complexity. And yeah, maybe this is my some difficulty to present and to deliver the this beauty of this connection. Second, maybe difficult is in technology actually, because um, digital art is like doesn't have limits. Dancing in some way also doesn't have limits, and I can create some beautiful movement and etc. But when I'm search for this connection, um, I'm limited by some technical moments. For example, if I do very small movements, like something like this, for example, the technology still doesn't it recognize, but it's still not so physical and not so beautiful form as I present you now, just watching in 2D video or dancing live. So still there is some sort of difference between physical movement and digital movement. Like big movements, like big, very normal movements, like splits or some jump, it really track very well. But some tiny movements or like some muscles or some fluid movements, it's still not so. I'm sorry, not so physical as in real life. So it's not difficult. It may be just like we need time for technology, and it's really evolving, ev- 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 evaluate every year. So I'm waiting for the time when every my movement can be tracked well, and I can really share all the techniques through technology.
Thank you so much. And so, just slightly on another topic, this combination of your surroundings, the architecture, and the shapes. Can you tell us a little bit how it works? So you see like a shape around you, and you're trying to recreate it with your body as a like sort of challenge, or just in general, how this interaction works for you.
So this is my second direction as an artist. This is my research in my movement. I work with geometry, and workshop today will be with geometrical movements. And when I started to be very confident about my interest in dancing, it's also happened maybe in 2015 or 14, something around. Um, I started first from my dancing, so I explored different geometrical forms through different styles like voguing, tutting, and then I started to just have some videos and photography. I think you're still freezing, but I hope you hear me well.
Yeah.
So I started to make a photo shoot or videos just around some buildings, and it was just like knowing each other, let's say. And I realized in some moment that I really love this connection, and I love architecture in general. I really inspired from different architects like I don't know, Zaha Hadid, Gaudi. Like I really love their way of thinking, how they think of connection between human and forms. And this is also what I like in my dancing. I see this connection between human and forms, but through dancing. And I feel very like inspirational way to combine all these things. And I started to experiment. So when I see different forms around me, I try to dance with it. I try to shape it. I try to find the best shape of my body to suit to it, or to change it, or to bring new meaning. And that's if like related to architecture. During COVID, when we were all closed in our spaces, I was really like boring, and as we were stressed, and yeah, it was a long time ago. So I try to recall these memories. So I decided to make a challenge for dancers online. The challenge was, it was like 10 days challenge, and the idea was every day you need to create a pose with any element around you in your apartment. Like anything. It can be corner, it can be like object, anything. Like, and I start just to do this, and I share with my friends and like dancers, or even not just dancers, people who follow me in Instagram. It was Instagram challenge, and I said like just tag friends and share your position. And I got so many tags, and I got so many response on this. And every day I also search new places in my apartment to create new geometrical pose. And it was such a fun actually during this crazy period. So it was huge push for me to work with geometrical forms in different ways. And since I think this moment, I started to be very confident in this idea, and I started to explore more. And yeah, I'm very fascinated with forms, with creating forms with my body, with other objects, or with architecture, or just with my body without anything. So this is my main approach in dancing, just apart from digital art.
I just hope you will do this challenge once again because I really want to participate. I really want to recreate something, you know, it sounds like a brilliant idea. And so when I first find out about your art, it was basically you were wearing something blue on you, and you were in this beautiful like architecture around you. I don't remember. I think it was like triangle shape. And you were like kind of like your legs were straight, and your back was like surrounded on another part, and you were kind of like recreating the shape. And this was the artwork I saw like in 2022 or something.
Mhm.
And I was like, wow, it is beautiful, it is super memorable. But what I also wanted like to ask, I will be sharing my screen. I know you did a live performance at NFC this year.
Yeah.
I think this video is not showing the live performance
This
itself.
is another. This was
Yeah.
like invitation for top 10 finalists. This year, this was pictures, and
Oh yeah, here
this
it
yeah
is.
this one.
So can you just tell us a little bit about it, and in general about this experience? Is it hard, even though you're an experienced dancer, to showcase something physically on stage? Do you still have this like anxiety in a way when you do it, or?
No, I don't feel it's hard. I mean, the exact moment of performing, it's for me, it's more the most exciting thing and the most happy thing, and the whole process. The most difficult part, it's creation part. I mean, it's not difficult. It's more like about complexity than difficulty. So it's already, you see on stage, it's the most exciting and happy moment. But in terms of like performing, uh, this was my really like goal since I joined NFT community, because I joined 2021. It was like kind of end of the COVID period, and 2022 war started. So during like the whole this period, like I had few performances, but it was like physical performances, not with digital. I had a dream and goal to combine what I've been doing for this all these 3 years in NFT. I created maybe more than 60 artworks, so it's really a lot. But they were all online, and they were selling as NFT, and I was so craving for really presence on stage with my art. This is still my goal. I want to perform more. I want to find new projects, and I want to present art in my dance art in different ways. I really feel Web3 and digital art in general need more physicality. Because if we just watching on the screen, we have one way of perception. It's like only visual, you know. But when you present with other people in real time in one room, it's totally different. It's more immersive. So that's why I was so happy to perform in this incredible 360 installation room at NFC Summit in Lisbon. Thanks for organizers. I want to say thanks because they really gather beautiful performing artists together, and it was really happy moment for me. And this digital art on background, it's also our new collection with same partner, Dr. Formalist, and I'm just so happy about this moment and I want more. So if you guys need dancer, choreographer, you want to see some immersive dance digital show, I'm here.
I feel like I just have this idea in my head. So there is one space in London. It is called W1 Curates. So basically, like all the walls around you are also like covered with digital screens, and the ceiling is kind of glossy, so it also reflects. And I just really wish to see you there. I think it would make a beautiful interaction. You would be like fully immersed in this dancing process. And so, what I
Finger
wanted,
crossed.
yeah, exactly. I can actually introduce you to the people. They're super nice and open-minded. And so, um, I was wondering, can you share some tips for dancers? This is actually the first time I'm asking something like this on the show. What would be your tips for emerging dancers? Because you found your niche. And what would you suggest for other people who are trying to find their niche?
Um, I'm not sure if some dancer watched this now, but let me give few advices for both for digital artists and dancers, since I'm kind of in the middle. For dancers, if I don't know, I always have this advice just to follow your way and follow your vision in your head. And I'm super experimenting and super breaking rule person. Maybe it's not good advice, but I kind of like, I don't like limits, and I don't like the idea of following someone's way, someone's path. I'm the person who want to create my own path, and I feel it's actually advice to all the artists, not just dancers, to really experiment a lot and really trust your imagination, trust your inspiration. So what inspires you, it's your the most incredible thing that you can do for yourself, and of course for the people. So all my art, this is something that inspires me. If I watch my like sketch with our collaborators and I say, oh, maybe that means this sketch doesn't inspire me so much, so we need to continue to work. So everything I do, it should really inspire me, and I really like need to feel something from what I'm doing. So the advice to any kind of artist is to focus on your own world, and to work on it, to work on it, on your ideas, and to follow these ideas. In like technical side, for dancers, first just try to digital artists that you like and ask like, oh, I'm interested in connection. That's what I did in past. like, oh, I'm interested in connection between dancing and digital art. I see you work a lot with digital art and you create different beautiful videos. Can we just collab? That's how it started. That's all. So, or there are a lot of different projects now, actually, some laboratories also from some organizations that you can apply in and just try different technologies i- to see if it's for you. Maybe it's not for you. So this is advice for dancers. And same advice to digital artists. If you like to experiment with dancing, please don't hesitate to write any dancer you like the vision and thinking of this dancer and ask like, oh, let's maybe experiment together or maybe let's collab and let's create NFT.
I'm just looking forward for, I don't know if you are planning to do this or not, for your collaboration with Jana because like you have this so her artworks are super like vibrant and also moving, and I know she also creates like her posture and then she kind of like redraws it. So if you were to collab, I would be like super excited to see it.
I thought about this because we just when 3 weeks ago we saw each other. She lived in my place in Lisbon, and of course I'm a big fan of her art. And since my day one in NFT, I know her, and yeah, I really appreciate her approach. I think her art is very like auto portrait in some point, right? She a lot experiment with her selfies. Maybe I should ask her, but if she's up to other people
Yeah, exactly.
postures, because yeah, she work a lot with herself and her own selfies. It's her approach, I think, and I love it so much. Always so beautiful, like always, wow.
Yeah, it's true. And so you already told us that this exhibition and workshop during an like live performance during NFC was hinting at your upcoming collection, also with collaboration with Dr. Um,
Formalist.
Formally. Thank you so much. And so, can you tell us more about your future news? What is upcoming next for you? What you're currently working on?
You can open my link tree, and in link tree will be foundation, and on foundation it will be walled garden collection. While I'm talking, you can
Yeah, yeah,
search
that's
for
true.
it. So recently we launched at NFC, like during, so you can see foundation, yes, foundation, and yes, and collections, and walled garden, yes, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So,
Okay.
oh, not this one, walled garden. I don't know why it jumped
Oh yeah,
maybe.
sorry.
It
That's
was
weird.
my first, no,
Mhm.
no, 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 this
No,
one, yes, yes, walled garden.
mhm.
Yeah, so we launched this collection during NFC, like with my performance, and it's also like very next level for me and my partner, because we use innovative technology of combination dance with CGI and AI. Also, we used AI sound based on our own uh, words and expression from our real life. So it's like half human, half AI, made by half human, half AI. And it's very personal, and we share our thoughts and feelings about perception of ourselves, our own limits, fears, and how other people put some um, expectations on us from our childhood or even when we are grow up. So about these voices in our heads that we talk to ourselves each day, or maybe not talk. So yes, and we have these plant idea images, like that's why we call walled garden. We emphasize this through this visual. So that we launched just 3 weeks ago, and it was really huge work. We work very hard. So now, like after I was like, After NFT, I need some relief because it was so intense. And now I continue to experiment with another artist. We work on AI, like dance AI collection, like very slow, because we want to find proper, let's say, visual or proper form for it, and we have not found yet. So we continue to just experiment, and yeah, in terms of NFT, this is goals. In terms of my dance, I continue to work with my um, geometric approach, and I have a goal to create a course for actually not just dancers, but yeah, at the beginning for dancers, how to create any dance or composition with environment. Like I call it spatial dance, when you create any beautiful picture or video with any form around you. So now I collect all my instruments, all my experience, and I see it as a system. So yeah, before, like when I started in 2014, I just go to I went to some building and I just stay there and like do some picture with my friends or professional photographers. So it was very chaotic. Now it's not chaotic. I really know how to do this. So when I go to any building, I know, okay, like it's colors, it's clothes, what time sun comes, if no sun, so like
Mhm.
so many instruments, and I just like da 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 and create. So the picture that you show, like the first one, it's already kind of the result of my um, long way before I had.
It is amazing. And like just a little bit back to this collection, Vault Garden, and you were talking previously about how AI can spot like these big moves in a way and not just the tinier one. And it is like you can actually see in this collection because
Yes.
you can see the person moving, you can see
Yeah.
like you making the swag things and wow, wow, it is super powerful. Uh, so thank you so much for sharing all of this. And I think we can start with our workshop. I know you're a little bit like anxious about it, but don't worry about it. Just we can do whatever you feel like doing.
Yeah,
um,
so maybe for our audience, it's not like dance workshop now, because just to explain for people who are not dancers at all and who never join any class, I don't know if there are some people such people exist, but in general, if you want to join any dance class, you need to warm up properly, and like it take around 20 minutes at least, better like 30 minutes. So, and we have only 20 minutes, and it's more like showing off, let's say, showing up or something, like to just emphasize some interesting moment or just to play. So it's not like dance workshop, yeah, because dance workshop requires it's like running. You cannot just wear your shoes and you go run and you will die in 5 minutes. You need
exactly.
preparation, you need also warm up, you need to know how to run, you need to know in which clothes you run, and etc. So many things. So it's like, let's have fun now more than like
Let's,
professional dance workshop.
let's do this. Do I need to stand up or should we be sitting?
I don't know how, like, is it for you comfortable to sit? I will stand up. One
I can
second,
also
please.
stand up. No worries.
So we will work with geometry today,
Wow.
and
Yes.
it's really like simple, very simple and basic foundation I took from tatting dance style. Tatting, it's like small, like not small, like very narrow dance style, which require um, dance with arms and um, sharing. I try to explain what it is, you know. When you experiment a lot, I try to remember like what is this style. So it's like basic movements, like if you come to the first class of tatting style, so
It
you
is
will
called tatting,
probably.
right? Tatting.
Yes, and if we talk about my flying angles method, this is already complex method of contemporary dance, tatting, voguing, my own exploration. So I cannot teach all these things in 20 minutes because I learned this for more than 15 years, you know,
Okay.
so it's like very open. But to have fun now,
Okay.
maybe else.
I'm so ready for this. I'm so excited.
So let's have the idea of we will move box today. So
Mhm.
it's not box, but it's like um, the object, yes, that have lines. So we can see line, right, and we can see corner. And in general, if you just watch around yourself in your room, you can do this. You can see that your room is just a geometry by itself. So there is no any object that doesn't have any geometrical form. Everything like really you can dedicate your time and watch around and notice there are some very like linear shapes. Linear, it means like lines and angles, like corners, right? Like doors, walls. They are very linear and curved. Curved like this, or all plants they have some curving nature because nature doesn't have uh, lines and angles. It's
Yes.
also interesting idea that nature it doesn't have very straight shapes. So now we take the idea of having it's not square, but imagine it's square. I don't have any square now here. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and we will start. Yes, let's let's go up.
Yep. Yep.
So we start from the understanding that our body is also geometrical form. Maybe we never thought about this, but it is. So we have like shoulders, and we have our hips. So if we can measure with centimeter, you can
Mhm.
see it's also kind of like not square, but this form, the same form, but bigger. And if we just uh, bend our arms in our
Mhm.
elbows, we can have two parallel lines, right?
Yep.
You freeze.
No, no,
I can
no.
hear you,
All
but
good.
you freeze.
Yes.
I don't see you.
I have
Okay,
a
let's
parallel
continue.
line. All good. All good.
Okay, and as our hand, we will take the I call it leaf, like leaves from the trees, leaf shape. So all your fingers you put together. I cannot see you. I hope you repeat.
All
So
good. I
yes,
have it.
all fingers together. So not nothing like be outside of the form or like this. Just everything you put together and it should be flat. Yeah. So first we put here, and then you just bend your uh, palm hand to the center. And now you just put this down. So you see with this movement, we kind of emphasize the idea of having this uh, square in our body. Yeah. Wow, you do so good. Yeah, I
Ah,
remember your gymnastic. Actually, I also did gymnastic
oh
in
really? Oh really?
yeah.
I
So
suffered so much doing gymnastics, but I'm so like satisfied by this shape. It feels quite simple to recreate, but it just looks amazing.
yes, let's move forward. You will do more crazy shapes now. So
Okay.
and after the shape, we just put everyone know this from yoga, yeah. But
Mhm.
keep your elbow on the same way, like on the same level. Don't go down. So everything should be in line. Yeah. So
Mhm.
we were here and now we're here. And now we put down and
Mhm.
open down.
Uh-huh. Yep. Yep.
Yep, and then go back and open.
Wow.
So it's like also kind of origami, Japanese technique of
Yeah.
with paper. Okay. And now let's do with one hand the same. You're again freeze, but let's continue.
I'm repeating. Yep. Yep.
Yes, and down and and up
Wow.
and and down and and up. So you can see we kind of have this square, right? We
Mhm.
already draw this square, and inside the square we have four small squares, and this is our first small square. You can see it's like
Yeah.
very very small
Mm-hmm. Square.
square. Yeah, when you do the this with this arm, this line, please be careful about elbow, not go down. Otherwise, you lost this
Mm-hmm.
angle. Angle, because it's square, it should be always 90-degree angle. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you see it lost the idea. So let's
Mm-hmm.
go again. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Right? And now we will try to move the square. So we have small square, you
Mm-hmm.
see? Yeah.
Yeah.
And now let's just change it like here.
Mm-hmm.
You freeze again. So
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm
it's
But
okay.
I feel like super well, and I'm doing everything. And I honestly, I've never have been so entertained by my body before. Like,
Okay. I'm
it is
I'm so
amazing.
happy. So
Okay.
regarding geometry, yeah, we have this square and our nose, and this is the middle of our body. So if you sometimes lost your center or middle, you can remember that your nose is like middle line, so it's like separate your body on two sides. And
Mm-hmm.
here, when we put this arm here, it should be in the middle of your body, like it should follow your nose, let's say. That's how you will always be on point. So let's change. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wow, you do nice. Yes, check the this angle.
The angle, yep. Okay.
Yes. When you will do with mirror, you will see it much better than with camera. Wow,
Okay.
you do so nice,
And
really.
can I also thank you so much. Can I also ask you a question?
Yeah.
Every time I dance, I struggle to remember the sequence of the moves. What can be done in this particular way? How we can actually embrace this?
So my question is another. Why you need to remember this sequence?
It's so true. I can be chaotic. I just forget it with the dancing in a way, right? Um,
So like the yeah, this is the limit that I told you. Yeah, of course, if you want to be professional dancer, of course I need to have this skill to remember very fast, because sometimes you just came to some project and choreographer literally shows you once, like like pa ba ba pa ba ba. Okay, let's go with music, and you really need to catch very fast. And it's like, yeah, it's super challenging, but it's kind of professional skill. But if you dance for yourself and you don't have like goal to dance with Beyonce, I don't know, just joke, but you can find your way of dancing. Maybe you just need to improvise a lot. You don't need to remember choreography. Maybe it's not your cup of tea, you know?
yeah.
So usually also the dance system, it's like you came to the class and you learn the sequence of the teacher, and you need to remember it, and then you dance it, and then you go out. That's what I don't like so much, because you don't have a space for yourself, and you don't have space for your expression of your body. That's why in some point I like contemporary dance, when you have different approaches. You can have some improvisation time, and you can also have some routine time, let's say, if it's
Mhm.
needed. But I prefer to give space more for people, to improvise and to create. That's how you can find your own movement and your own way of the movement. That's what happened with gymnastic, you know.
Yeah.
We always was pushed to be better, to be more flexing. We always crying, you know, all this
It's so
stuff.
true.
So it's like they always do this with us, you know, and we never say, oh, I want to do this, like let's experiment. There were no place for this. And dancing, it's totally different for me. So in dancing, you should do a lot, like with your own body, and you should do what you want, let's say, because it's your dancing, it's doesn't belong to anyone. So that was my question, why you need this
I
idea
think
of repetition, you know.
you convinced me. I think I don't need the skill actually. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Uh,
sometimes it's nice to came to some cool choreography, especially some, I don't know, high heels and like spa and Beyonce, like to dance some famous thing like song or to feel sexy. And yeah, maybe you need to have this routine to just enjoy in this way. But this is only one part of dancing. And you
mhm.
have huge other part when, for example, like dance teachers show you some principle and say, try to feel you as a wind or as a water, and you just feel your body take this principle, like some waving principle of moving, and you feel yourself as a wind or water or whatever, you know, and it will be your dance. So
Okay.
let's back to boxes.
Back to squares. Yeah.
Yes. So you already learned how to move in the upper side of our square. So, and if we just put the square down, it will be our square. Wait, it's like this. Wait 1 second. So we had it up and now we put it down.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we change to another side. So same. Yeah, wow, you're so great.
Thank you. Okay. Okay. I
And now
see.
we go up. So the idea that we take this square and we move it like this. So if you have the idea this is not empty space, this is square, you just move inside your body. That maybe help you and maybe give you another perspective. I'm always like another perspective of what we are doing. So let's back and do as a sequence.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We go up and now we go down and now we go change and now we go up.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't see you again, but let's
It is working out. It's working out. It's
this is
going
the
like going
best
out.
the best workshop when I don't see my student. And go down. I know you do this specifically not to show yourself to the audience.
Go.
Okay, so let's start from we go down.
Yep.
This is will be our beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And
One
by
more
the way,
time.
how is it going? Like when you're doing this lower square, what is happening with your elbow? Like.
Yeah, here always remember beginning when we did this one. So it's
Mm-hmm.
the same movement but with one hand.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the same, but we do like one hand do one thing and another hand another. But this is the same movement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's start from beginning. So we start from 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we move 5. Here you should straighten your arm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
straighten, not
Uh-huh.
just to let you know you again freeze and up.
Sorry, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. And up. Again, let's do again.
Wow, I love this. It's like cubic Rubik in a way, but with
Yes, yes,
your
yes.
body.
Yeah, all Tatin dance, it's about this cubic Rubik idea to like you really like you work with different
Oh, wow. And
so
it's not the Vogue dance, right? Where you have all of this.
voguing it's a little bit different. It's also like one category in voguing because there are different categories. There are like vogue femme and other styles categories. But yeah, there is like arm control when you work with forms, but it's a little bit different from tatting. But
Mm-hmm,
I learned both of them, so I combine all of them because voguing work mostly with um, like open shapes. Like you see, it's more
mm-hmm,
um, like bigger forms, and tatting it's almost everything about this box idea.
mm-hmm.
And when you uh, really like move this box, and
And
it's a little bit different. But yeah,
may
it's about geometry.
may I ask if tatting is only about the square, or you can be rectangle, triangle?
Yeah. It's about yeah, right. Rectangle, triangle. It's also you can work
Oh,
with
okay.
you can also work with triangles and triangles, square, rectangles. Yes, it's about
Okay.
geometry. But
Okay.
I call it now geometry more, and now I call it like angles because I really like put also my some exploration. Also, I put I explored with body, like how we can combine with body
Oh,
all these forms. Because starting in voguing, it's you just stay in and you like mm, move with your arms, kind of. And I started to be boring in some moments because
mhm.
of that. And I start to add my contemporary dance skills because I want to be more, ah, I don't know, I don't like limits, you remember? So I start to add my contemporary dance, and now I like really more like
Wow.
I combine static things that I learned from voguing and tatting, and I put some like contemporary dance moves together. So that's kind of called flying angles because angles are flying.
I'm so impressed, like honestly. It is
Come to my
amazing.
class.
You have classes, right, in Lisbon?
No, I'm teaching private one-on-one and mostly online.
Amazing.
Um, yeah, that's how this is more suitable for me because I like to work with students on their goals, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't like kind of to waste time. I don't like these people who just, pumping into class and all like I don't know
Mm-hmm.
this like fitness system in dance studios. So I
Yes.
prefer to really inspire people and to work for people who are really interested in working on themselves, or they just want to have fun, but they are very smart in their way. So that's why I like to teach as like more coaching than this dance system trainer.
Yeah, amazing. Can we just do it one last
Yes.
time? Yes, great. Okay.
So this is very basic. Like, do you want to have a cherry on the top at the end,
Mm-hmm.
or we just do basic?
Okay.
Okay, cherry on the top you want.
Okay.
Yes?
And what? Yes,
Yeah.
yes, let's
Okay.
go.
So you was present. Okay, let's go from the top, and at the end you will have cherry on the top. So
Oh,
this will be our starting position, and we
yes.
go, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, wow, great. 5. Yes, go down 6,
Uh,
7, 8. And now we move our box. Will be cherry on the top. We move our box out of our big square, let's say. So we touch our fingers and
mm,
we open and change the square.
Okay, okay. Okay,
So
what?
this hand, it doesn't change, it just move. You
Mm-hmm.
see, you just move, and up, like up hand, you just
Mm-hmm.
open it.
Okay.
So you
Wow.
are up. Yes, yes,
And
this is great.
how
When you
you
will
make?
have mirror, you will see like to have this really square, but now I understand it's a little bit hard. So you kind of you again remember you just move this square shape from one side to another. Yes, wow, so great. So you go and back. So
I'm
this is cherry on the top.
I'm thrilled. I'm so satisfied with the amount of things I can actually like do with my body. Thank you so much. I just want to thank you. This is honestly was the funniest, the most interactive webinar for me. Literally happy as a child, and I think
Wow.
I will take one-on-one lessons with you. Like indeed, thank you so much. If you will allow me, I will be ending it right now.
Yeah, 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 of course. I
Thank you
love.
so Thank you so much, and thank you for our listeners. Actually, I see on the screen that we have all-time high amount of viewers at the moment. We never had more people joining us before. So thank you
Actually, I
so
cannot see if like I cannot see the viewer. That's why I didn't know even if someone joined us or no.
Yeah, it's only visible for me, but we have
Okay.
150 people at the moment.
No way. Okay.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
guys, please write us feedback because I'm super curious if some of you uh, try any squares from us, and
Yeah,
if you got it, I hope you got because you see, Olena, it's not so hard. Yeah, actually, it's easy and it's more fun than hard. Let's say it's not ballet.
exactly, exactly. And just for everyone on X, you can join our the Omakase group chat. There is Irina there in case you have any questions, and I'm sure you have a lot. Right, because she is super futuristic. This is a completely new thing I've never actually saw before. Irina, once again, I am super happy, like literally
I'm
like a
so happy
child.
for you, really.
Thank you so much. Have a lovely day, and for our listeners, we will see you around next week. Thank you.
Thank you. So I also have thank you for inviting me. And actually, yeah, it's Jeanette. She told me, oh, I had like interview because we're always in touch with her. And I said, oh wow, this is incredible. And she said, oh, I need to introduce you to this Omakase community. I said, oh yes. So that's how I met you and founder.
Exactly.
And thank you so much for having me. I'm really happy to inspire you and all our listeners. Please don't forget to dance in your daily life. Don't forget to create. Don't forget to be creator of your life in all the senses. That's what we should do as a human here. So thank you so much for invitation. And yeah, if you have any questions or anything, just DM me in X. And have a lovely day or night. I don't know which time zone you are in.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye. Bye, 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 bye.